Some mysteries are best left unsolved.
Well, thank you both for joining me today to talk about Silo. Graham, this is a spectacular series. This is what science fiction is all about. In mankind's future in this series, I love the dark and the gritty. Civilization lives underground. So how does society thrive and survive in this series?
Well, I think that they survive because they have, I mean, this all comes from Hugh's books, is they have a singular directive, which is just simply to survive. And that's their job. For some yet imagined future generation, which will be able to go outside, these people are never going to see that day as far as they know. But it's their job just to keep the project going, because this is it. This is the last 10,000 people on Earth. That's all. They've got a sense of that, but that's the reason I wanted to do this show, is they don't know when the silo was built. They don't know why it was built. They don't know what happened to drive them underground. They don't know when it's going to be safe to go outside. And those are just the presenting mysteries. And then is it true? Is that really what's going on? So I just love that. That hooked me. That and Juliet, and I was in.
I was to say, Hugh, this reminds me so much of my favorite movie as a kid, Logan's Run. It's just because they have a closed society. They don't know what's outside. They don't know what's real and what's not. But it definitely has its own twist on it. And as author of the Silo book series, tell me about your journey into Hollywood. Were you satisfied and happy with how you were treated and from book to screen?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a Twitter thread that got a lot of attention about what I call development heaven. And that's working in Hollywood. Like every step of the way, you have to just appreciate the phase that you're in. The fact that you have people reading your book and thinking about optioning it is exciting. When I first started out, getting family members to read a free copy of my book was impossible. And then getting someone to option it is exciting, and getting to talk to people who are creative in a different field on how they would adapt it. And then going into a writer's room and getting a green light. Every single step of the way, I assumed this was the last and final step. I would go no further, and enjoyed it like it was the apex. And I'm just been, so lucky to partner with the people I've been able to partner with and have a show come out this great. I couldn't be happier.
And Graham, working so closely with you on the series, tell us about that collaboration. I mean, that's pretty unique, isn't it, to have that closeness?
Yeah, I mean, Hugh came in right when we were doing the mini room, which was back in January, February of 2020, so right before the world changed, and what we consider the before times now. And we were basically breaking the first season just in a rough manner and really focusing on what the first episode would be. And Hugh was more than willing to, just, kill the babies, things that we'd like, oh, well, we're not going to touch this character. He said, I don't care. Kill him, kill her. I don't, whatever. And we'd no, Hugh, we're not going to do that. And that was the stuff we would sort of joke about. But then there were other things of just, well, you could build out this, and my theory behind this was that. And we just got a better sense of the thinking that went into constructing the Silo project. And that, and then also reading the books, that was the other thing that we did. And it's all there. We were just blessed with being given something that had the legs to go, not only one season, but hopefully more if the thing takes off.
And Hugh, was there one particular aspect of the series that you were most happy with? Was it a casting choice, a particular scene in the book that came to life in the series that you were excited about?
The thing that really tickled me as a fan of the story myself is kind of came out in one of the promo images where we have Holston and Juliet standing together in the same frame. Because in the book, we don't get to show that whole story. We're told that they worked together at some point, and that's why Holston nominated her as his successor. But in the show, we get to really put them together and show the influence that they had on each other, and it's a really powerful effect, and it drives everything that follows. So that made me happy. Instead of making a movie where we had to take things away, we got to tell this 10 episode saga that gets to add and flesh out and expand what's already there.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations. You just created some sci-fi classic masterpiece here. I mean, from the look of it to the story to the message, congratulations. And thank you for joining me today. It's been a total thrill. Let's talk again soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I love that.